everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
Dice Jailers for our April, right? That's the month. April
Still
one
is.
shot special.
Yeah.
We will introduce ourselves in a moment, but I'm going to turn us over to our DM for this one shot, Bjorn. I think, yeah, I'm
Yes.
pointing the right way for that. Yeah.
Alrighty. This is a fun little one shot I found on the Dungeon Masters Guild. It is called The Contract. I recommend anybody who uses the DM's Guild to buy this one. It uses random rolling tables for the characters, the scenario, and there is over 1,000 possibilities. So you could have the same group of players play this adventure more than once and get different results. It is, well, you'll see. It's sort of a stop the murder mystery, and it'll be a fun one. All of our players have secrets that only they and I know, and their victory conditions are tied directly into those secrets. So you'll get to see if they succeed and if they live. It's gonna be fun, for me at least.
Yep. So we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. I mean, those of you that have watched the show before, you'll know me. I am Jordan Michael Whidbey, the co-host of Dice Jailers, and today I will be playing Dr. Proudclaw. Tabaxi, Doctor. And then next we have
And shit. Hi, I'm Jamie. I will be playing Valeria, who is a dragonborn paladin. And I knew you were going to do a fucking pun. Dr. Claw, really?
it's just a tabaxi name. I don't know what you're talking about, this being a pun. It's just my name.
I'll get you next time, Jordan.
Next we have
Hello, I'm Nathan, and I am playing Woot Nindo, the Goliath Barbarian. But you can call me Woot.
I love him so much. I love him already. And last but not least,
Hi, I'm Saint Newton. I'm playing Claw, the Kalashtar Druid. And there was zero coordination on those names.
yep, as soon as you told me the name, I'm like, great, we're both playing as Claw. I love it. I love it.
This is absolutely beautiful. I'm excited already. So, as we set our scene for this, you are all residents of the same township. It is well known within this township. Sailors have a saying: "Red sky at morning, sailor take warning. Red sky at night, sailor's delight." They call the matron Magrath Fletcher the Red Sky. This harbor belongs to her, in the same way the forest belongs to a wolf, not by deed, but by consensus. She's done a lot of good for this town, and you are all aware of that. She turned it from a crime riddled slum to a place where honest people can make a living. But it took making a lot of enemies along the way. She has some honest enemies, most of them not so much. But she's settled down. She has herself a family. But a town on the coast is between a rock and a hard place, and it wouldn't take much to send it over the edge. Now, you have all been contacted by an individual simply known as Fairbanks, the right hand of the Lady Magrath Fletcher. And Fairbanks has explained to you all that this town has a group of adventurers that are proud, that are capable, that are second to none in renown, but they're busy. So he contacted you all, and you were kind of the next best thing. You are all familiar with each other in the sense that, adventurers aren't super common. So you've all heard of each other, but this is your first time truly meeting. And he has delivered a message that the Lady Fletcher knows that there will be an assassination attempt on her heir tonight. Your job is to make sure her heir survives until morning. If you do so, you as a group will be paid the sum of 1,000 gold pieces. And if you could ascertain the identity of the boss of whoever called out this hit, she will pay you an additional 1,000 gold pieces as a group. But her orders are incredibly straightforward and simple. She says, "My heir must survive." Her heir is a teenage boy by the name of Wallace Fletcher. This Residence you are in, it features 9 rooms. There's a ballroom, a billiard room, a conservatory, a dining room, a hall, a kitchen, a library, a lounge, and a study. Now, if you look at a clue board, you can have a really easy way of keeping track of all these rooms.
You mean like this one?
That's the one.
The audience can see it. You guys
That's
can't.
That will be crucial. It is explained to you that you may do any questioning of what little house staff will be there this evening. The Lady Fletcher is hoping to clear out her residence of no more than her heir and Fairbanks, and of course, you all. You are informed that when the sun goes down, that Fairbanks is going to be in the conservatory because he's informed you all there is a good overlook of the grounds from there. You have been informed that the lady will be in the study and her heir is going to be in the lounge. You are all met as you arrive in the main hallway by Fairbanks.
Well, I'm glad to see you have all arrived. Is to be understood, payment will not be delivered until this is successful. Do you all understand?
Of course.
We do.
Well then, make yourselves at home as possible. Should you need anything to eat, I believe there is some food left out in the kitchen. The lady is currently in her study. You can find Wallace, her heir, in the lounge. Should you go into the lounge, please help yourself to a drink.
Dr. Claw immediately heads to the lounge.
Would the wisest course not be to just surround the heir at all times and keep him protected? What do you think, Woot?
I mean, I could just cram him in my pocket and he'd be safe in there. But if I get excited, which I'm likely to, he might get hurt. So let's not do that.
You see the emoji on Valeria's shield changes to the blushing face at the idea of being stuffed into Woot's pocket.
Oh gods, I just realized we didn't describe our characters at all.
Woot, as you say this, what is everyone seeing in your character? What does Woot look like?
Woot is about, even for a Goliath, he's pretty big. Scraping 8 feet tall. Bald head, gray skin, white eyes, very, very simply dressed. Kind of looking around a lot, like scoping things out, paying attention to the people around him somewhat.
And what is he armed with?
He has a great axe strapped to his back.
Okay, since you mentioned you are looking around and you were here in the hall, go ahead and make an investigation check.
8.
Looking around this hall, you are confident you are in a hallway. You've never been so confident of anything in your life. Dr. Claw, what did they all see with you?
Yes, so Dr. Claw is a black-furred tabaxi, long tail with a silver ring at the tip of it, just for the tiniest bit of flair. The rest of what he's wearing are very simple, just a set of leather armor with a rapier at his side to protect himself, of course, and a relatively large backpack that seems to be slightly bursting at the seams with mundane medical supplies.
And then, as far as now that we know about Dr. Claw, what did we all see with Claw?
Claw is what you describe as a filthy person. He has a beard with visible food in it and a few leaves that makes it clear that he slept on the ground outside yesterday. From his demeanor, he clearly hasn't changed his clothing since then. It's very tarnished hides and various leathers and some cloth that doesn't seem like it was originally meant to be with that, bit of clothing, but it is now, and it will be forever. Pockmarked face, and otherwise a bit of a smell about him.
And last but certainly not least, what do we see with Valeria?
She is a silver-skinned dragonborn. She has those cool kind of predator-looking dreads that you see with dragons sometimes. I don't know what the fuck they are, but anyway. She's quite regal looking. She's wearing chainmail, and her her shield has a face on it that, when she's not otherwise experiencing an emotion, looks very like stern and has a halo. But unfortunately, it mirrors whatever her expression is, whether she wants it to or not.
Very cool. Very cool. So we know that Dr. Claw is headed off to the lounge to go get himself a drink and possibly check in on the air. What would the rest of you like to do?
Woot wants
Claw is
to.
also going
Okay, both Claws are going to the lounge. What's Woot doing?
Woot's going to find the kitchen. Woot's a little hungry.
All right, so Woot heads off to the kitchen, and Valeria, what would you like to do?
Valeria is torn. She starts to go towards the lounge. Then she goes to the kitchen. She sits there indecisive for a minute and then pulls her shit together and heads to the lounge.
Okay, so the three of you that head into the lounge. The room is fairly spacious. There are a few couches about. They look very comfortable. You see what looks to be a human male, approximately 16 to 17 years old, very thin, sort of nervously sitting there with what looks like an old-fashioned glass with just a small amount of bourbon in the bottom. Looks up, the three of you come in. It's like, oh, you must be the ones who are here to make sure I'm safe tonight. I do appreciate it. What's everyone's passive perception?
9.
13.
18.
And mine is a 16.
The 16 and the 18, there's definitely something a little off about this youth. You can't quite put your finger on what it is, but there's definitely something a little off about him. But you do see where there are some old-fashioned glasses set out on a small table here with a very ornate glass bottle that is a little over half full with a dark brown liquid. You assume the same bourbon that he is sipping on.
With him looking just a little bit off, can I tell if he's sick or if he's drunk already?
Make a medicine check.
Good. First roll of the night goes in dice jail. So that's a whole 7.
You go to check and you kind of like stumble and fumble with your bag, and you realize that you packed all your gear so hastily that what you need is probably on the bottom. And glancing at him, you're like, he's not puking or anything. He's not bleeding out his eyes, so I'm not gonna bother checking right now.
Young man, if you just let me, I just need to find it. Why did I put all the surgical supplies on top? Then I
you
close
find
my
a pair of
backpack back up.
you find a pair of boxer shorts in there. You're not quite sure why, but there they are.
Always have an extra for emergencies.
I would like to. What's the layout of this room? How many entrances and exits? How many windows?
So here in the lounge, there is just the one main entrance to it, the door that you came in. There are two sets of large windows looking towards the outside, but you can easily see that they have bars over them. You're not quite sure if they've always been like that or if this was something very quickly put in to be a more defensible position. But yeah, the layout of the room, it's fairly spacious room to sit about or to even lounge about, if you will, in said lounge.
Etc. I want to go around and check the windows to make sure they're secure.
Make an investigation check.
For the bars, I guess. Oh, fantastic. I'm very smart. This will go great. And my first die also goes in dice jail with a nat 1.
Ooh,
They're great. They're
doing
these are
great
the
tonight,
most,
boys.
The most secure windows in the history of security. You think that castle walls should probably be made of this glass and iron reinforcement that you're seeing here. This is second to none. Nothing could get through this. A Tarrasque could walk up and it would just stumble away, frustrated.
Excellent. You'll be very safe.
Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. Thank you.
Claw's going to take the opportunity to turn to the boy and say, "Hey, what you drinking tonight?"
I'm just sipping on a little of the bourbon to calm me nerves. My mum said you could help yourself if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, thanks. So he's going to go over and get a glass and pour himself what you can only describe as 8 fingers of bourbon. And
That's like 2 glasses.
that is, in fact, 2 glasses. And he's going to go.
Wait! We should check the bourbon to make sure it's not been.
Hi, what do you think I'm doing?
I mean, I could just. Well.
Say, at this point, you hear the lad shriek, "Ah!" and he drops his glass to the ground. It shatters as it hits, bourbon going everywhere, and he's just going, "Poison? Do you think such a thing's possible?"
I mean, it's
Poisoned.
Of course.
I always think everything is possible. That's why I'm still alive.
God damn it. Killing me, Smalls.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Woot, you head on in there. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right, let's try that again. Well, that's worse. 3.
So,
It is going.
looking around in the kitchen, you're looking over the counters themselves, and it quickly dawns on you there's no food to be found on any of these counters.
No.
And you find yourself leaving the kitchen in a huff.
This
Not
kitchen
Yeah.
broken.
You didn't bother to check any of the cupboards or the ice box or any of that. No. They said there was food in the kitchen, and you're sure that meant the food would have been visible. You didn't see it immediately. Therefore, if you can't see food, it doesn't exist.
Oh,
Not
right.
visible.
Would Wood have heard the glass dropping and breaking?
What's your passive perception again?
13.
Yes, you would have heard that.
That sounded like trouble. Better go make sure that young man's okay. So he's gonna lumber down towards the lounge.
And Woot, as you lumber into the lounge itself, you see a silver scale dragonborn, for some reason checking the framing around the windows to see if it's secure. You're not quite sure. Maybe she has a part-time job as a glazier. You don't know. And looking over, you can see this individual with twigs and leaves in their beard, holding what can only be described as 2 fucking fistfuls of bourbon, as this dark-furred tabaxi is digging through a leather satchel, a pair of boxer shorts slung over one shoulder.
You poured
Great,
your
lad. At
drink.
this point,
Thank you. I'm going to take the bourbon from him and just slam it.
I try to stop him. He is.
Okay, so Valeria, I need you and Woot to make contested dexterity checks.
Holy shit!
I would
that's
like to
terrible.
know, just so I can know how to react. Is there more bourbon in the decanter, or did he just take the last of it?
Oh, there's more.
Okay.
So Woot and Valeria, what did you get for your contested dexterity checks?
7.
Is that a dex saving throw or just a dex roll?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 9.
Okay, it's just a dex check. So you roll a d20 and just add your dex mod, no proficiency.
19.
So Valeria, you are quite confident in the way that you stride over to take this glass out of Woot's hand. The one thing you didn't count on is just how ridiculously tall he is. And you reach out without looking. You look quite confident and poised as you do it, but you grasp empty air, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw for coolness.
That is somehow a 22, so I look fucking amazing.
As Valeria reaches out to grab this glass out of Woot's hand, Valeria,
Oh, I'm sorry. Saving throw. That was a 25.
even better. So reaching out, you quickly realize, oh shit, his hand is higher than I thought it was going to be. And as he throws this drink back, Valeria, you just simply reach out, hand hits the wall, and you are in like full, just like posed, you almost like Fonzie on the jukebox. You're leaning and you look down, see that there's a gramophone beneath you, bump your fist against it. The needle goes into place, and all of a sudden, there is some smooth jazz playing in this lounge. You are all quite impressed by this move.
Say, Woot, I wouldn't advise drinking that. We don't know yet if it's safe. Let's see if Claw dies. And I turn and look at him expectantly.
Claw has taken a very large gulp of the bourbon.
I touch Woot's chest a little bit and be like, I don't imagine that someone as big and strong as you has much to worry about, but we'll just see what happens with and once again the shield is fucking blushing.
Your shield is turning red there, Dragon Lady.
Is it? I don't know why. How strange.
Does it
Claw,
turn other colors too?
I'm trying really, really hard to do anything that's not blushing, so it will stop blushing. I think at this point it probably is the fucking hard eyes emoji.
Claw, you have had various alcohols in your life. Most of them costing between 2 and 3 copper a bottle. This liquor you're drinking tastes like kissing angels to you. This is strong. It is delicious. You think you may have found love in the flavor of this bourbon.
Well, I can tell you one thing. As if it's the poison, it's the best tasting damn poison I've had in my life.
Woot slams the glass as quick as he possibly can.
I don't mean to intrude, but I can always check and see if it's, poisoned.
I would like Dr. Claw to make a medicine check gadget. And I would like Woot to make a constitution saving throw.
Alright. I'm back. My fumbling with my tools helped. That is a 21.
You are beyond convinced there is no way this bourbon is poisoned. You would know that if it had been poisoned, you would just do some sloshing around of it, and you know that the most poisons that are used changes the viscosity a bit. You're also familiar with high-end alcohols, and just the way that it streaks down the inside of the bottle, much like they referred to the legs of wine on a high-quality wine instead of a wine glass. You're just noting those on there, and you're like, nah, this wouldn't streak the same way if it had been poisoned. It's absolutely fine. And then Woot, what did you get for that con save?
18.
You're fine. Like you feel like you could throw back at a good handle of this stuff, and maybe it would get you a little buzzed. You're a Goliath, so you have the alcohol tolerance similar to that of Andre the Giant. So yeah,
Yes.
you drink for the taste because you getting drunk is quite a feat in itself. The only beverages you have found that can inebriate you are made by dwarves, and you know just by looking and smelling this, it is not made by dwarves, for it does not smell like iron and sulfur.
This is pretty good. This is
It's-
pretty good stuff.
It's
Don't worry,
definitely...
Dragon Lady, it's not poisoned.
Yes, I can confirm. It is most certainly not poisoned unless it is a poison I have not been familiar with in my work.
You can call
And I
me
take a drink.
Val if you want to.
Okay, Dragon Lady. You have very nice scales.
Thank you.
Your shield's turning redder.
It's warm in here, is it not?
I
At this point, I remember that I've
warm
scared
everywhere.
this poor kid. At this point, I think I remember I scared the poor kid, and I go back to check him and be like, "So sorry, one can never be too careful. We don't think that the alcohol is poisoned. Please feel free to have more. How old are you? Should you be having this?"
Oh, well, Mum said I should have some to calm me nerves. I mean, I don't normally drink much, being 15 and all, but I mean, thank you for finding out that it's okay to be drank. Val, you said your name was?
No, my name is
But I thought you said he could call you Val.
Valeria. I said he could call me.
You're not me, tiny man.
You're right. I'm most definitely not. I'm gonna make sure that I'll get me another nip of this because I think I need me nerves to be calm.
You need to comb your nerves? I never thought of that.
You are gigantic and terrifying, so whatever you say.
Young
And
lad,
imagine how strong our children would be.
My children will be very strong.
Lady, I'm drunk and I live in a tree, but even I know you shouldn't say that to people.
and to distract Fletcher, just, young lad, if you would like, I do carry a thing around with me that I consider to be a lucky charm of sorts when I am performing a difficult surgery. If you
Wait
would
a minute.
like,
Hang on, I got to ask. You're a surgeon, but you rely on luck.
I rely on everything I can possibly have in order to succeed.
That makes sense. I'm for that. Before we continue that part of the conversation, for the statement of "I'm drunk and I live in a tree," Saint, I would like you to please give Claw inspiration.
Yes.
You have inspiration for that. At any point, you may roll a d20 with advantage because I'm going to be laughing about that for fucking days.
That's gonna show up. That's gonna show up in our game
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Oh my god, it may. It absolutely may. I'm going to put that in my fucking notes. But anyhow, no.
I'd like to write a shirt, actually. Can we get on that?
We could totally
Skywrite
make that a
that.
T-shirt.
No, it makes sense. You rely on everything because you're trying to save lives. If you go to Lucky Charm, I'll happily take it. What you got?
And I grab the heart boxers and I hand them to him.
Why
I
did you
think
give
I'll
him
be
the
all right.
hamburger?
I mean, I appreciate you thinking about me, but I ain't touching nobody's unmentionables. Those are yours. I'll be all right. I
Oh,
thank
I
you.
don't actually wear them ever. I just keep them in a pocket.
Oh, I see. I see. Going commando. I understand. I understand. I got a friend like that. I got a friend. He always goes commando, and I could tell. I could tell the day he decided to start. You notice those things.
You do. There are many medical benefits, actually. And I go on to list off just a bunch of medical benefits of not wearing underwear.
I don't think most of those are going to be much interest to me, but I thank you anyways.
Valeria looks at Woot, blushes again, goes to the other side of the room, pretends to be doing something paladin-y. Sharpening a sword or something. I don't know.
Woot goes to talk to Fletcher and tiny human. Is there anything of particular value in this home?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Well, I rolled a nat 1, which makes it a 0.
No, absolutely not. But that's the funny thing. A house this big, we have absolutely nothing of value.
And now I'm going to roll a deception check.
All right, we might survive, everybody.
You, what's your intelligence? 8.
Yep.
Okay, so Woot, you're smart enough to know how dumb you are, if that makes sense. So you're able to pick up that this youth clearly didn't trust what you were asking, but you can also pick up that they are very clearly lying to you, as this was the worst telling of no, we have nothing of value in this massive mansion. Yeah, you can tell that there is a massive lie. If this were Pinocchio, the nose would be absolutely miles long. And I'd like you, just looking around as they say this, to please make an investigation check for me.
13.
Gene, in this room alone, as you're just looking about, you can see there are 7 very detailed jade statuettes that unquestionably are valuable. As this youth tells you, we have nothing of value in this homestead whatsoever. So you're pretty confident that maybe you don't trust everything this kid says.
Okay, that's good to know. We'll just focus on the other stuff.
Yes, and to that, I mean, you being the massive, gotta say, what exemplary version of a Goliath that you are, you should stay nearby the child. But Claw, if you wouldn't mind coming with me, to check the perimeter of the house, just
Sure
give it a
thing.
good once over.
Sure thing. Just let me grab a refill real quick.
Well, of
Tops off
course.
his glass.
No, fuck. I'll stay here for reasons of safety and literally nothing else.
Woot
Yes.
takes Claw's glass and hands him the empty one. Thank you, bearded man.
Hey, you want a refill too?
He slams the glass. Yes, please.
And I'll top him off as well before I leave.
And
So,
as
Claw.
we're walking out of the lounge, over my shoulder, I'm going to say in Draconic, "Good luck."
Claw,
I don't know what you're talking about in Draconic. I sound very proper.
in a moment, I need Valeria to make a deception check on that statement. But first, Claw, are you just refilling the one glass? Or are you grabbing another glass to fill? Because Valeria never grabbed a glass. Dr. Claw never grabbed a glass. And the glass Woot had is the one he took from you. So there's still other glasses on this table, so you can double fist if you want.
I can Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thank you for reminding me. That's a good idea.
You know, your passive perception's high enough that you would notice these things, so I figured I'd just throw that out there for you. So yeah,
Appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
I look out for my players. So Woot has a old-fashioned glass full of bourbon, and Claw walks out with two other old-fashioned glasses, almost full of bourbon. As you filled his first, because you are a gentleman, and you have now emptied this decanter that had a fair amount of bourbon in it into these glasses. But you're just two-fisting, heading out into the hall, and having a grand old time. And now I would just for the sake of that exchange between Dr. Claw and Valeria, go ahead and make a deception check, Valeria, about not knowing what he was talking about.
I rolled it. That was a 22. My poker face is flawless.
Yeah, Dr. Claw, you're like, maybe I didn't pick up on a thing I picked up on. Okay.
I guess her shield.
Yeah, the
lies.
shield is. Yeah, the shield. Actually, at this point, the shield is just like the face with his the mouth is just a straight line. Just. And then as soon as he leaves, she turns back to Woot.
Your shield looks different now.
Does it? Thank you for noticing. So, do you think the best thing to do is just keep this young man between us for the whole night so we can protect him?
I don't think this room is very safe. You better take him with the other two, and I'll make sure that there's nobody in here hiding.
Where would you suggest then? Actually, I turned to the. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please go ahead.
This room is not safe. We should probably go into any other room but this one.
Okay, well, he's clearly very intelligent, and so I believe him. I say to Wallace, is there a room in this house that has less windows? The kitchen, perhaps?
Oh, well, I've got plans where I'm going to stay here no matter what, but you don't need to worry about me if I'm here by myself. I got me ways of doing things. If you're looking for places that ain't got so many windows, you can always go into the ballroom. There's only one set of windows in there. The billiard room and the library, both of those only got the one windows, but those are pretty small windows. Or you could take yourself into the dining room as well. The windows in there are real thin because we don't like too much light to come in when we're trying to have dinner. You see, that one faces west, so when the sun's going down, it can be real inconvenient in those summer months. You know, the sun coming in, you're trying to eat, gets in your eyes, real pain in the arse like that. So those are real thin windows there.
Given that you are frightened, wouldn't you feel more comfortable if you were in some place that we could guard more easily? Also, I would just like to apologize to everybody because I'm pretty sure my accent has changed on every turn.
It's fun.
I'm so flustered by Woot, I don't remember how to words anymore.
We'll watch the replay and see what happens.
Yeah, that's the beauty of D&D. Just let that fucking accent change. I mean, that's how I've DM'd my entire time DMing. Accents were those. Let's just be inconsistent.
I wish I had the editing ability to put just a counter in the corner of just times Jamie's accents changed.
One day. But they'll speak up and they'll go, I'm quite sure I'll be all right. And the thing is, I know Fairbanks can look after me if needs be in a pinch. He's quite a resourceful gent, so I think I'll be okay.
if you all want to look around the grounds for a bit, I, I think I'll be okay. I'll shout if I need you.
Wu wants to look around the room to see if there's any type of like bag or sack or pot that he could put over Fletcher's head.
Seeing as this is a lounge in a, actually, fuck it, make an investigation check. Let's see what.
They're an ice bucket. They're an ice bucket. 2.
Maybe you need to get rid of that die. It's done. It's in jail.
Yeah, I'm the psychopath who has one set of die.
I don't understand that. I'm gonna buy you more dice. Like I can't live with this. Yeah. The dice I'm using for tonight are made up from 5 different sets. That's all I need to say. But looking about, you look very just intently at this small table where the now empty bourbon decanter is, and there's only a couple glasses left, and you're like, nope, that decanter and those glasses won't fit over his head, and you don't bother looking anywhere else because you rolled a 2.
Tiny human, close your eyes.
I don't think I want to.
I don't think you want to keep them open.
Make an intimidation check.
7.
What?
As you say this, you watch as this young gent goes, "Oh my goodness, look over there! I think I see something." And he points out the window. And I need both of you to roll against a contested deception check here. This is insight versus deception.
I hope he tries to RKO out of nowhere.
Diamond cutter, son. 10.
So both of you look.
Full on. What? Where?
Both of you look out this window, and looking out there, you see it's dark. It's raining, and when you turn and look again, Wallace is gone.
Those fiends! They've taken him! Somehow. I look under the couch.
You
Pretty
see
dragon lady.
the floor.
Pretty dragon lady. Where did tiny human go?
Oh, right. What? Right. I search. I check the windows. I check behind curtains. I search the room.
Make an investigation check.
13.
Definitely not in here.
Why did we leave them alone? Why?
Seriously, like we were gone like less than a minute.
Right? We just walk out of the room.
With all that said, let's cut over to Dr. Claw and Claw. You are all walking down the hallway. Where are you headed?
I was planning. Dr. Claw would start just going from the lounge, just go on a loop to go all the way around like the inner hallways and just kind of like take a peek into each room and get like a visual on everything.
Since you're just taking a peek into each room, go ahead and make an investigation check with disadvantage, because you're not detailing this investigation, but you're just glancing.
Yeah. And the whole time we're walking, I'm just trying to get Claw to also look with me, although he's probably drinking more than looking. Let's see.
I was gonna say, are we going clockwise or counterclockwise around the building?
I was envisioning counterclockwise.
Okay. I will have, if we're just continuing on, hypothetically, I'll have drinking both glasses by the time we reach the conservatory.
Easily.
That tracks. But that disadvantage investigation is a math 18.
So, looking about, nothing seems overly out of place or interesting to any of these places. You pop your head into the study, and the Lady Magrath Fletcher just kind of gives you a bit of a stirred, confused look. You pop out of there before she says uh, anything. When you popped your head into the conservatory, you saw Fairbanks just give you a very just stern but sincere nod. However, Claw, I need you to just because you're throwing back this booze. I need you to do two things. First, give me an investigation check with disadvantage because you're popping your head into these rooms.
Okay. Natural 1 for 2.
Dice are on fire.
You are concerned that this household has no other alcohol, and you are so worried about this. The other thing I need you to do is I need you to roll an insight check with disadvantage.
$25.
5. So you're a little inebriated, but with this, you get the feeling that this individual you're traveling with, that you're kind of checking in all these things, you starting to think he might be more than just a doctor. Because you rolled a 20-5.
Yeah, absolutely.
I rolled 2 19s. This is how it actually rolled out.
I love it. I love it. It's interesting, and I love how this is happening.
And for the other one, I rolled a 16 and a 1. And so, they wanted me to know the gods. They wanted me to know. Hey, so you seem like you might do more than just cut people with the little knives. The sharp ones, the knives.
Oh, well, surgery, of course, is my specialty. But
yeah.
I also take care of manner of non-magical medicines. I also like to listen and gather all the information I can to make sure I am informed on everything that may happen to my patients that they might not want to tell me.
While he is hearing this, Claw is going to say, hey, but it looks like you can take care of yourself a little bit and try to take the sword off of his side.
Okay. I will definitely stop you.
Make contested dexterity checks. Dr. Claw, you may add proficiency.
Okay.
7.
That is an 18.
Alrighty. Yeah, you watch as you reach towards this rapier. You watch as Dr. Claw does a quick back handspring, only one hand touching the ground as he does it, and he just lands just lithely and perfectly, like almost an Olympian level of dexterity. And you're convinced he's telling you a partial truth. There's definitely more about him than meets the eye, but some from what you suggested by what you were doing, you think some of your suspicions may be confirmed, as you think there may be something a little roguish about this tabaxi.
Yeah, see? Quite agile.
Yes, well, sometimes people aren't exactly happy with the diagnoses I give and try to attack, so running away is a great strategy.
I would like a contested charisma with proficiency check from Jordan against a insight check there from Claw, please.
That tracks, and oh no.
Non-natural 20.
10.
He is lying to you. You don't know quite what the lie is, but he is lying about something. And you are very convinced that there is something about Dr. Claw that Dr. Claw does not want you to know.
Well, I'm going to do the only thing that I know how to do to get it out of him. I'm going to insult him. So, you're saying you're a bad doctor then? That's why they attack you?
And I get in real close and I whisper, I stop people from being corpses, but I can also very easily make them, so watch your tongue.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
That is a dirty 20.
Make a wisdom saving throw there, please, Claw.
Okay. $25.
So you aren't frightened of him. This doesn't do a fear effect, but just with your natural intelligence and just awareness of the world, you definitely don't trust him. But you're fully convinced that perhaps Dr. Claw is very similar to Wu-Tang Clan, and that's ain't nothing to fuck with.
You see why I constantly play with him saying that?
I do.
Stream of consciousness DMing, baby.
Well, I'll just, I'll know that you have my back then.
Most certainly. By the way, just for planning's sake, what is your area of expertise?
Oh, I do things outside, animals and plants and a bit of magic.
Oh, wonderful.
Some people have called me a druid.
Ah, I see. Just for my own edification, do you have a particular plants or animals that you lean to?
Well, I mean, when I was young, the reason I get my amazing name, Claw,
It is a good name.
because I was so good with my claws when I was young, but I turned away from that, and now I've studied more of a astronomical, one of those words type of things. It's the sky.
Oh, interesting indeed. Well, let us continue just perusing the mansion.
Right after you, sir. As I'm going around, I will be looking for places that look like a good place to lay down.
Make an investigation check, please.
6.
Rich people and their needs to own things made out of marble and all these fancy things. There's nothing comfy to lay on. And you completely ignore all the furniture as you're just fixated on the cold, cold ground.
Sounds right. I mean, even if I knew where to look, I'd probably be looking at the ground first.
Yeah. In this continued sweep, I would turn my attention specifically to looking for entrances or places to set traps.
So what you primarily notice is, as far as any traps you could want to set, every room has at least one window in front of it, and the hallway has a main set of double doors. So it's hard to know where would be good to set traps or not really. Like, you could try and set an absolute crap ton of them, but there are a lot of ways into this household.
Right.
You know that Fairbanks is set up in the conservatory, which again he explained the reason he was setting up there is it had the best view overall of the grounds, and he felt like if there was a threat approaching, he would see them from the conservatory before they could get into the building. In theory, he believes there are ways in that he may not be able to spot, but he thinks he could spot a good 90 to 95% of them for whatever that's worth.
Right. Right. Good. Yep. Then we'll just continue. I'll just continue the sweep.
Alrighty, you continue sweeping. What is everyone else doing at this sweeping time?
First and foremost, I have a really important question, which is, if Claw is a Loxodon, is he drinking the bourbon through the snout, or somehow moving it out of the way and drinking? How does that work? I need a visual, please.
Claw, you're a Kalishtar, right?
Kalishtar, yes.
Why the fuck did I write down Loxodon? Okay,
I don't know. I don't think I said that.
Because you're drinking.
Because I think it's just because you were thinking about the Goliath and
his trunk.
God, I should have thought of that. I would just have my trunk permanently in a glass and be talking to people.
So the next one shot.
My straw.
Okay, so I think that we'll see. I looked around the room. He's Wallace is not in the room. I assume the windows are still intact. Was that part of my sweep of the room to determine that?
Windows are definitely intact.
Okay, well then the next thing would be to check, run out into the hallway.
You run out into the hallway and you see Dr. Claw and Claw there, peeking their head into each room.
Say, Claw, and also Claw, the boy, he's disappeared.
Already?
We've been gone 5 minutes.
He saw something very dangerous out of the window, and we turned. And there was nothing, but I turned back, and he was gone. So come help.
All right, then. Trot on over, I guess.
Gonna go into the lounge and take a look.
Anyone who would like to, anyone who wants can make an investigation check with disadvantage at this point, because there has already been an investigation check made, and that's how I roll.
Fair enough.
Natural one. So.
That's
Claw,
17.
you don't even know what room you're in. 17.
Yeah.
So looking around this room, Dr. Claw, you take a half a glance at the window, and you're saying like, no, there's some metal grating on the outside of it. There's no way that even if the window was slipped open, there's no way that they could have gotten out through that. And
he's a skinny boy, but he's not that skinny.
Exactly. And you run your hand along the section of the paneling, and all of a sudden you find what you feel like is a crease. And as a tabaxi, you have natural claws. Mm-hmm. And you pop out your claws and dig those into those natural crease, and you can feel them catch. And you pull, and I need you to make a athletics or strength check, whichever's higher.
Oh no, it's the thing I'm insecure about! It's a 6.
You thought you found something, but it was it's just sort of a loose piece of the wood paneling on the wall, and it kind of comes up a bit. You're like, oh no, never mind. It's just some loose wood there. They need to do some work in this room.
Huh. Woot looks over at him and said, "Did Kitty Man think he finds something? I'll help," and just punches the panel as hard as he can.
Thank you.
Make an athletics check.
10.
Boof! You hit what feels like a very, very firm piece of wood infrastructure of this building. Nope, there's nothing there. Whatever his intuition was, it was wrong. But as you do this, as Woot looks at his fist, you hear two things almost in identical succession. You hear Fairbanks shout out, "They're coming!" And you hear glass shattering. And as we are at 6 p.m. and an hour in, we're going to take a little break.
Oh, gods. Great. Cool,
Need
and
all my
great.
players to get ready to roll for initiative because shit is about to go down.
All right. Then we will cut to our break. Friends and fiends and family. We will be back in 15 minutes. Roughly.
Alright, see you
I don't know.
Welcome.
We're
Welcome
back.
Oh man, I was not ready for right before we came back. The Superfly Snooka. That was. Whew.
Oh boy.
Anyways, Nathan,
We are
give yourself
serious people
inspiration.
playing a serious game.
Yeah, Nathan, Woot may have inspiration on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Now that you referenced Superfly Snooka in a way I wasn't expecting. So you
timing on that is what I was happy
Oh
about.
God, that was amazing. So as you hear this massive crash of breaking glass, you also hear this loud boom. I need everyone to please roll for initiative.
Yeah,
13.
broken.
All right. We'll do this my classic. I'm going to pretend to be Matt Mercer way. 25 to 20.
For level 4, what the fuck?
Okay. Let me just put this here. 20 to 15.
19.
19. Okay.
15.
That's a good roll for you there, Paladin.
It was a shockingly good roll, yes.
15 to 10.
13.
Okay.
This may be the first time in all of our playing history that Nate has ever been last.
I know.
Been last, but it hasn't happened for a while.
He's a monk in our other campaign, so he's just like goes 12 times before anybody else gets a turn.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not gonna go first. It's just that I get to go many, many, many times.
So, Claw, what did you say you got again?
13. 1 3.
Okay, 13. Okay, there we are. That is a lot of NPCs in this that I got to make sure I get everyone taken care of.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. $10 to 5.
9.
Alrighty.
Great.
So we got at least one more person going before you. Oh no, you get to go before them. It's good.
In case anybody's wondering why there's a weird fucking echo, Bjorn and I are actually like 10 feet away from each other, despite it looking like him being in a dungeon right now.
Wait, he's not in a dungeon?
I am in a dungeon.
Don't break the illusion.
I'm so sorry, I misspoke. The dungeon is 10 feet from where I'm sitting.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I misspoke.
Alrighty. Kraggles, who have I missed?
You've been busy long enough that I'm really suspicious of what we're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not good. And I know him, he tends to pre-roll, so I don't know what the fuck is happening right.
It's okay, you'll be fine.
A small army that we're about to engage.
Nope. The fact that you had us level up one more time before we started, that scares me more than anything else.
Oh, I haven't put Claw on here. You're the only one who's not on here yet. What'd you roll, Claw?
Which claw?
Oh no, you're there. I see. You're right there. So we got Dr. Claw, Valeria, Claw, Woot.
I am Woot.
I'm so happy about my choice of name.
That's who I don't have on here yet. Okay.
Got him.
Actually, if you don't mind, it's just a doctor.
So entering and because this house, just the way it's laid out, we're using all theater of the mind and stuff. Everything is fairly well within accessibility of everything else.
So you hear these voices, and you hear one of them going, "Yeah, see, we've got to make sure we find the heir to the fortune. See, yeah, right, boss. We got to make sure we find the heir to the fortune. Ah, that's right. See, and make sure you don't fuck anything up. See, yeah, we won't fuck anything up, boss. See, no." Which fucking thing is up? All right, I pay you to be the muscle, not to think. Okay, see. And quickly upon hearing this, you realize that these assassins are unquestionably from a group known as the Mooks, who are known from their very similar dress to each other, wearing these suits with these very dark suits with thin, light colored stripes on them, broad shoulders. They often wear hats with a feather in them. Sometimes you'll see one smoking a cigar. There's an individual every now and then you'll see flipping a coin very regularly. But as they bust in through the front door of the hallway, one of them, an individual known as Knuckles McIntosh, will bust in and see you all. And Valeria, looking at you, heavily armored, is going to rush up to you and is going to attack. So I need to know. Let's see here. First roll, I'm pretty sure since you're a paladin, 10 probably doesn't hit. Second is, that's a natural 19. So, Valeria, you are going to suffer a total of, where am I? There it is. A total of, Valeria, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this mace, boosh, comes right up the side of your head. And seeing all of this happening about, Dr. Claw, you are up next. What would you like to do?
Yes. So is just the one that hit Valeria, is that the only one that I see, or
You can see all of them. So there is a very large member you assume to be the leader of this group. You see 2 smaller yet quite muscly goons. You can also see, besides that, 2 others. One looks very like lithe, and you can see is carrying like a dagger and a crossbow, and one also a bit more lithe, but seems to be clad mostly in robes, still pinstriped. What would you like to do?
the one that is the boss. How far would you say he is from me?
Within short range.
Okay, then I will.
We're theater of the mind, baby. Everything's
Yeah.
within 30 feet.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to very quickly run up and try to slide my dagger directly into his liver.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Yep. And it's at advantage for me because he hasn't taken a turn yet, and it's a crit if I hit because I'm me.
Correct.
Let's see. And that's, well, great, I crit anyway.
Natural 20, baby.
It's already an auto crit, but let's just roll the crit anyway. Great. I have to grab a bunch of extra dice. Because I also have the Piercer feat, so that's an extra d8.
It's a high-class problem to have.
Yeah.
Ew.
Let's see. So all of that math, making sure I'm rolling all the right number of dice. Yep. All of that. That is 26 points of damage. Piercing damage.
So you all watch as Dr. Claw bounds up there and sinks this right into this massive leader of this group. And those of you, like, you're all adventurers. You're familiar with the Mooks. And as this individual comes into the light, you're aware that this leader is an individual known by the name of Jimmy the Walrus. And as this dagger sinks into his
It's
side,
a rapier.
Yeah. Oh, as the rapier sinks into his side, he just looks down. I'm gonna enjoy breaking you in half, fella. Definitely did
use
some damage.
my bonus action to dash and try to leave.
Okay. Jimmy the Walrus is going to take an attack of opportunity. Since you did
I
not
figure he will.
disengage. Oh yeah.
Yep. No, it's either disengage or leave, and leave is my choice.
So that is a 15 to hit.
15 exactly hits.
Alrighty, so you can take.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep,
Ooh,
sure does.
8 points of slashing damage as he takes this blade and carves it down across your back.
Worth it.
Seriously.
And I'm going to take my full 30 feet of movement and just... Or my full 30 feet of dash and swoop away.
Alrighty. Up next is Valeria.
Sorry, on the wrong
Oh,
screen.
you know what? I did not double my sneak attack damage on that. That is my bad.
Oh, do it.
So add another 8 onto that. I apologize.
Not bloodied.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me. It scares me, but does not surprise me.
So when the 3 extras from Guys and Dolls came in, were like, are they grouped? How close are they together?
Give yourself advantage for referencing Guys and Dolls.
Once.
How close together are
You would say that the leader and 2 of the grunts are fairly close together. The 2 more lithe ones are a little more distant.
Oh, fuck me, there's 5? I thought there was 3.
Oh, there's 5.
Good, cool, good. All right, well, the 3 that are close together, would you say that they are within, say, 15-foot cone?
If you moved a little bit, yes.
So I'm gonna do that, and I definitely want to get the one who biffed me, and I'm gonna say, "You have chosen the wrong house to attack today, gentlemen," and use my fucking breath weapon.
And 1, what does your breath weapon look like? And 2, what do they need to do?
Ah, shit! I have attack advantage, and I don't have to roll for attack on this. God damn it! Oh well. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I exhale a cone of cold, which looks like, when you can see people's breath, in the, even though it's a warm room, you see this like fog as if it's cold outside. Actually, suddenly, no, fuck it. You feel it get colder around me just suddenly, and yeah.
And so, is there a save attached to this?
Yes. It's con 12. Oh, Jesus. Hate being level.
Alrighty, so the leader, that's a natural 20. But for the mooks, natural 17. And, okay, natural 1. So one of them will take full damage. So go ahead and roll. The other 2 take half.
Okay, let's see. It's 2d6. Big money, no whammies. Oh, fuck all the ducks. That's 4 points. So one of them takes 4 points, and the other 2 take 2. And now I'm going to pout for a while.
So you all watch as Valeria just steps forward confidently and just lets out this blast of cold energy from her mouth. Very impressive. And then you see as the mooks just throw up their coats in front of it. And because wool is really good at just keeping you warm, even in the coldest temperatures, it just helps them resist a bit. She looks powerful and just badass in this moment, but unfortunately her breath not doing as much as she had hoped, but definitely unquestionably wounded 3 of them in this instant. After Valeria, one of these mooks, an individual known to those who are in the know as Box Lunch, is going to come charging up at Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's going to charge up at you, Valeria. I didn't really like that. It's going to make two melee attacks against you. So the first one is a 19 to hit.
Hit.
Second one is that's a dirty 20. So these are both going to hit.
Great.
What the fuck?
So
We're
Valeria,
all in danger.
first take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and then take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this individual pulls a mace out from its coat and just boosh smacks you up the face twice with it.
Oh no.
I thought paladins were supposed to be bad.
Claw, you are up.
Claw is going to reach into his bag and pull out a little bit of sharp thorns and cast a wide spike growth across the area, filling the range like kind of between us and as far as he can past them.
All right. Is there a save associated with that, or is that just makes it difficult terrain?
That makes it difficult terrain, and let me see here. You have to make a DC save against it. Otherwise, that's just to notice it. Oh, for every 5 feet you move inside of it, it's 2d4 damage.
Oh boy.
That makes it interesting. All righty. So you watch as Claw just throws out this druidic energy, and all of a sudden these vines and spikes pop up through the floor in this hallway, quite likely slowing up these mooks. We'll see what happens from there. Up there is another goon and you all recognize this one by the name of Fishhead Phil. Fishhead Phil.
Fucking what?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you heard me. He sees all of this, decides not to go running into the spike growth, looks over in the direction of you all, and is going to cast. Looks at his boss, big old Jimmy the Walrus, and he places a hand on Jimmy the Walrus, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds. And Jimmy the Walrus heals some of that damage.
You and your giving enemies healing spells.
I didn't give nothing, man. This is out of the monster manual. Don't get mad at me. Let's see here. That was Fishhead Phil's turn. Woot, it is now your turn.
Woot looks at the walrus.
Say it.
You hit pretty dragon lady. Goo goo gajoo. I'm gonna rage and wail on him with my great axe.
Alrighty. Yeah, make an attack roll. Don't forget, as a barbarian, I know you're new to this class, you do have that feature called Reckless Attack. You can gain advantage on the attack, but all attacks against you would have advantage. Just
That's
so you
fine.
know. Are you going to go reckless?
Yeah.
Alrighty, make an attack roll with advantage, baby.
Didn't know I was allowed to be anything but. 17.
17 unquestionably hits. Go ahead and give me some damage.
6.
6 total? Because you get to add your strength modifier plus 2
pardon.
from your rage.
Pardon me. 8.
Okay. Yeah, because I was saying, there's no way you could do that little amount of damage because you're a barbarian.
I forgot the plus 2 from the rage.
Yeah, never forget that rage damage. So 8 points of damage. So you all watch as Woot runs up there, defending the honor of Pretty Dragon Lady, and drags this axe across the chest of Jimmy the Walrus. And interestingly enough, after that, it's now Jimmy the Walrus's turn. And as he gets cut back, he's like, "Yeah, I didn't appreciate that much. So, Why don't you see what it feels like to get tusked by a walrus? And he's gonna make some attack rolls against you. He makes 2 with the scimitar, 1 with his dagger. These are all at advantage because you reckless attacked. Does a 14 hit?
14 hit.
Alrighty. Second attack. Second attack misses because I didn't roll. Oh, and the dagger one will hit. No crits. So, and these are all piercing and slashing damage. So we're going to half these because you're raging.
Resistant. Because I'm very angry.
So first you take 6 points of slashing damage, halved to 3. Because barbarians are awesome. And then you take 6 points of piercing damage, halved to 3. As you all watch Jimmy the Walrus think he's going to be Billy Badass against Woot the Barbarian, and he drags the scimitar across your chest and like sticks a dagger up into your pecs, and then Woot, you just kind of flex, and the dagger pink, pops right back out. As maybe Jimmy's not in the best fight for himself.
And then I run up and slap him on the tit.
Up next will be the Sardine Kid,
Gross.
who is
Sardine Kid.
Yep, that's the one. Sardine Kid is
Bill's protege.
now is I can't remember, the spell you cast there, Claw. Is it difficult terrain, like it stops them, they go through it, or it just slows them down and they're going to get hurt going through it?
The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, and when they move into or within the area, they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet traveled.
2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet traveled. Okay.
And so difficult terrain cuts their speed in half, basically.
Yep. So in this case, the Sardine Kid is going to target you there, Claw, is going to fire a crossbow bolt at you. Is this a concentration spell?
It is.
Oh, good. So does a 17 hit you?
It shockingly does.
Alrighty. So first take 6 points of piercing damage, and then I need you to make a concentration check.
Okay. And that's just a d20, right?
Yeah, d20. The check is it's a Constitution check, 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher.
Yep. So yeah, hit that Constitution save and see what happens.
6.
Spike growth.
The plants wither.
Gone. Plants wither.
Badasses, what's happening?
So much for that.
And then back at the top of the round, that's going to bring it to Knuckles. Knuckles is going to go. Oh, which of you does Knuckles want to deal with? Let's roll a d4 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, that's you, Claw. Woot or Valeria may make an attack of opportunity as Knuckles goes charging by.
Oh, no, you don't. Are my attack rolls still at advantage?
No. Both of you may.
Can only one of us do it?
13.
Oh, well then fuck this. And is my attack still at advantage because I didn't get to use it last time? Because I didn't do an attack roll.
Are you talking about because of inspiration?
And you gave me advantage for referencing guys. Oh, you didn't say inspiration. You just never mind.
That was meant to be inspiration. So you have inspiration. Nathan, your attack hits. Yes, Valeria. If you want to use inspiration to gain advantage on this, you can, or you can just make a straight attack roll. But the 13 does hit. Give me some damage.
Do I still get damage bonus?
Yeah, you get your damage bonus and your rage damage bonus because you're raging.
8.
And Valeria, are you taking an attack of opportunity here?
Never mind. Fuck yes. And I rolled a 15.
That will hit.
And
You would say Knuckles is looking bloodied from that, but Knuckles will stumble forward, get up to Claw, and the first attack, that's a natural 19. Second one is a 16 to hit. Do both those hit you, Claw?
Which claw?
Claw the Druid.
Yes.
Okay. That will be 8 points bludgeoning damage and 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this mace comes down on your head. Boosh, boosh, as Knuckles runs up and gives you a Knuckles Macintosh, I should say, comes up and gives you a little bit of clobbering. Dr. Claw, it is your turn.
Yes. Let's see. Woot is still right next to the walrus, correct?
Correct.
Then I will swoop back up to the walrus and give him another stab.
Make an attack roll.
And does a 23 hit.
You're level 4, yeah, it hits.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. And that's still sneak attack. Go teammates. So that is... math is hard. 18 damage.
18 damage. As you run up there, stab your rapier right up in the side of Jimmy the Walrus here, you would definitely say he is unquestionably considered bloodied from that stab right up in the ribs. You could say almost done with surgical precision.
I'm the night surgeon.
12 points of damage.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. So after that, you all will see that you would just hear a sound. You're not quite sure where it came from. Of, oh goodness, things are getting drastic. As you could hear that Wallace's voice is coming from somewhere. Valeria, it's your turn.
Okay. I have lost track of who is where, so I am going to who's actually fuck. All right. Sorry, I have to keep going back and forth. I am going to who's closest to me, and I'm sorry, I would like to recant my former statement about this being Guys and Dolls, because clearly it's the Rogues Gallery from Dick Tracy.
Yeah, see, it's a better reference there, see? So Jimmy the Walrus and Knuckles Macintosh are the two that are the closest to you. You could get into melee with either of them quite easily.
Who looks?
Jimmy the Walrus is the biggest and baddest of the group. He's bloodied. Knuckles Macintosh is looking very similar in damage.
Okay, I'm going to attack the walrus. First of all, you see that after Woot defending Valeria, she has to shake herself out of a bit of a stupor, and her shield is just now doing the drooling face emoji. And
make a wisdom saving throw.
No!
I'm kidding.
So she swings at I've forgotten the walrus, and that is a dirty 20.
That unquestionably hits. Give me some damage.
Yeah, that's 12 points of damage, and I'm gonna smite this bitch.
Oh, divine smite. Give me some of that radiant damage.
What is that? Another 2d6?
2d8.
2d8. That's another 10 points of damage.
So you all watch as Valeria runs up there. Valeria, this is your paladin. Who is your deity?
Bahamut.
So you watch as she calls out to the platinum dragon, and you see her long sword just shimmer with this radiant platinum energy, and boosh, she drives it down into the chest of Jimmy the Walrus, who is unquestionably looking real hurt from this. Some amazing divine energy from your badass paladin ally.
Do I have time to say something before the end of
As long as it is within 6 seconds, yes.
Okay, I turn to Woot and say, we should get coffee after this.
Okay, Woot, you have to wait till your turn to respond to that. It is at this point where one of the other goons, an individual known as Box Lunch, is going to come up and try and do some damage to Woot. Because Knuckles McIntosh is... Knuckles McIntosh attacked the other Dr. Claw. So this one is going to run right past Woot and Valeria. Woot, you haven't had your turn since the last opportunity attack, but if Valeria wanted to make an opportunity attack, she could. Would you like to? Make an opportunity attack, Valeria.
For 13 to hit.
Give you some damage.
That would be max damage for 14.
You drag your longsword right along the side of Box Lunch, who was unquestionably injured as this occurred, but he is still going to charge forward and is going to take a heavy crossbow and point it right at Dr. Claw and make an attack here, as Dr.
Rude.
Claw looks quite lithe and deadly, and that would be a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
So you watch as this heavy crossbow, thunk, and you see Dr. Claw just effortlessly just matrix out of the way as this bolt goes past his shoulder and just sticks right into the nearby wall, as Box Lunch is not able to do a whole heck of a lot. Claw the Druid, it's your turn.
Claw is, would you just remind me of the settings? We're in a hallway, correct? And they have charged us? Or
Yes, you're in the main hallway.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and use the Summon Beast spell and summon a Beastie Boy right there behind our pinstripe robed friend.
Is it MCA or which one?
Did you summon a brass monkey?
His name is Adam Yawk, but they call him MCA.
I definitely summoned a brass monkey. That is 150% what I did.
All right, so you summon this simian who has like almost brass looking hair. It shimmers so brightly in the moonlight.
Love it.
Does it get to do anything on your turn?
That funky monkey.
Sorry, what was that?
Does it get to do anything else on your turn, or is it just summoned on your turn and it has its own goodness?
I think I can. It counts. It goes immediately after I do, and I can expend a bonus action to give it a verbal command. So I'm going to go ahead and say, "Get Stripey Man!"
And swing away at the robed one. Make an attack roll.
Let's see. Okay, so that was a natural 17.
That very, very, very hits. Give me some damage.
So this is a maul, and I'm going to give it. Toss my dice on the ground. Six plus 4 for 10. 10 damage.
Goodness gracious me. So you watch as just this monkey with a temper tantrum just boosh, smacks this robed individual, and all you can really say here, and this is a fish head Phil that it just absolutely clobbers, is looking real rough. Phil has had better days. This is not a good day for Phil. Monkey angry, monkey smash. Speaking of, that brings it to Fishhead Phil's turn. Fishhead Phil, being quite concerned about everything, looks terrified at this monkey, and I need your monkey to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 12.
Monkey does not make that save.
Alrighty. Let's see if... Ooh, the monkey takes 7 points of radiant damage from a sacred flame as Fishhead Phil calls out to the god of douchebags to just...
He
One
called
more
out
time,
to
you said
Joe
so.
Rogan.
There you go. Yes, calls out to Joe Rogan, god of douchebags. Shoosh. 7 points of radiant damage to the monkey.
Thank you very much.
Is the monkey still standing?
The monkey is definitely still standing, unless
Oh,
I'm
goodness. No,
He is
I
quite happy at the moment.
I believe you. This is fantastic, and it's making me very, very happy.
I mean,
because
I can pull up your character sheet. I'll double check.
I love monkeys. That was Fishhead Phil's turn. Woot, it is your turn. You got Jimmy the Walrus right up in your kitchen. What would you like to do?
He leans down at the walrus. Says, I still haven't heard you say sorry for hitting Dragon Lady. By the way, I would like coffee.
Make an attack roll if you'd like.
10.
Well, you can do this with advantage with reckless attack, or you can use your
I'm
inspiration.
going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
17.
That's very much going to hit. Roll that d12, add your strength mod and your rage.
10 damage.
What is the last thing he sees?
He sees the blade of a great axe coming down as he gets split like Conan the Librarian.
So you watch as Jimmy the Walrus is like, yeah, she, I don't apologize to anybody. She, what are you going to make of it? She, and before he can finish that very last C, gets parted like the Red Sea. And red is applicable here as just this Mortal Kombat level blood fountain just in opposite directions as you watch Woot bisect this individual. Skull, spine, booty, straight in half. We're talking full Kung Lao Mortal Kombat 2. Shunk. Jimmy the Walrus is no longer a threat in this combat. And that will end your turn, Woot. And it brings it to Jimmy the Walrus' turn, who is very, 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 very dead. And that's going to make it the turn of the Sardine Kid. Sardine Kid, noting some of the skills it saw from you there, Dr. Claw, wonders if you might be pulling through some of the same bags of tricks, and is going to, yeah, you guys are a little similar in what you do, and so is going to run up to you and is going to make two melee attacks. First one misses. Second one is a 23 to hit. Ooh, so go ahead and take yourself 8 points of piercing damage as a stabs a short sword right up into your side. Like, yeah, I see what you're doing here. You're infringing on my gimmick, see? And that will end Sardine Kid's turn. Brings it back to Knuckles, who is going to lumber away from you there, Claw the Druid. You can make an opportunity attack if you wish, as is going to head on over towards Woot.
Sure, I can do that.
Make an opportunity attack.
I have a staff I'm holding.
Yeah. Hit him in the
Roll
head
to
with a stick.
bonk.
Does a 12 hit?
12 hits, yes. Give me some damage.
Cool. Duh. That will be 4 damage.
4. With this up head with a stick, at this point you would now consider Knuckles bloodied. As there's a little drip of blood coming down here. He's going to come over and swing at you, Woot. Now, you did not use reckless attacks. These are regular attacks. First one is, that's going to miss. Second attack is, I rolled a natural 6 twice. So the blood kind of got in Knuckles' eyes and is swinging this mace at you wildly there, Woot. And you just kind of little brother palm on his forehead as he...
Like he's fighting a croissant.
Yeah, basically.
You are just adorable.
Dr. Claw, it's your turn.
Yep. So with the sardine kid right up in my face.
Yeah.
You have no idea what skills I have. And I'm going to use the relatively new rogue feature to stay in place, reduce my movement to 0, and give myself advantage. Yeah, it's a new optional rogue feature that I specifically asked about if I could use. Oh! That's a nat 20, baby.
Double those dice.
Let's see, and it's also an extra from everything. Oh, fuck me. Alright, all of these dice. Oh, now I have to do math.
You played yourself.
And one of those is a 1, and I'm going to use the Piercer feat ability to re-roll that 1 damage die. It's significantly higher now. Let's see.
Well, almost
26. That would be 42 points of damage.
What is the last thing the sardine kid sees?
Seriously?
The last thing he would see is just the fur of my cheek. As I'm just gonna get in closer to him as I say that, and just, you have no idea the skills that I have, and I just push my rapier into his heart.
So you watch as Dr. Claw, the sardine kid, thinks he's got him dead to rights, and the sardine kid goes to just stab a dagger right into the clavicle, and with eerie precision, Dr. Claw moves right around. You see their heads next to each other, and you can see his feline-like mouth saying something, you don't know what, because he's clearly whispering it. And none of you see the rapier enter the body, but you can see the silvery point of the rapier just barely exiting the back of the sardine kid. And the back is up near where the spine meets the shoulders as it goes through a good 7 of the vertebrae in his spine, severing much of the spinal column. And as you pull your blade out cleanly, the sardine kid hits the ground, dead. Valeria, that makes it your turn.
All right. Who's standing near me?
So the closest to you is Knuckles Macintosh and Box Lunch are both fairly near Claw the Druid, and Fishhead Phil is just beyond things, dealing with this big fucking monkey.
And who's the beefiest?
You would say Knuckles Macintosh and Box Lunch are both the beefiest. Knuckles Macintosh is clearly bloodied.
All right, I will attack Knuckles. And that is a 14 to hit.
Very hits. Give me some damage.
D8's like me. That is 13 points. And I'm going to Divine Smite his ass.
All right, give me another 2d8 damage.
Okay, I spoke too soon. They stopped liking me. That's 6 points.
That extra 6 points was enough. What is the last thing that Knuckles Macintosh sees?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, I just fucked somebody up. Oh well, whatever. I spin around with my sword in my hand and be like, "Let's end this. I have a date," and I strike forward.
And you all watch as she said this and stabs her longsword into Knuckles Macintosh. He begins to say, "Yeah, what does it have to do about me?" And he can't quite finish the word "me" as this divine energy pulses through his body. There's a boosh, and as this radiant energy comes outward, his entire physical body is turned to ash. And you watch as this three-piece pinstripe suit and a fedora falls to the ground neatly on top of a pair of black and white wingtips.
The ash raises up in a kind of silhouette of Bahamut because I'm just that cool.
After that, it will make it Box Lunch's turn. Let me make sure I take Knuckles off of my list of individuals who can do anything. So we got, there we go. Oh wait, yeah, the Sardine Kid's gone, so I have to take him off the initiative order. That's good. So yeah, it is now Box Lunch's turn. All of you are fairly big threats, but currently Valeria and Dr. Claw seem to be the biggest threats. Let's see here. Okay, coming at you, Valeria. I'm going to make 2 attack rolls. First one, it's a natural 6. That'll miss. Second one is, I just rolled natural 6s twice in a row. As you just kind of hold your shield out effortlessly, you make eyes over at Woot, and this mace, clang, clang, right into your emoji shield that just kind of gives the tongue sticking out emoji to Box Lunch trying to do anything.
Hey, just switch to this.
Because it's not a facial reaction, no. But the intent is there. The intent is definitely there. Claw the Druid, you and your monkey are up. Your monkey in the face of Fishhead Phil and Box Lunch is not too far from you. What would you like to do?
So just to clarify, it's just there's 2 people or 2 enemies left that we're aware of, and that's that. Okay.
Yep.
And both of them, especially that one that my monkey was slapping, they look unhappy.
The one your monkey was slapping looks very unhappy. The other one, he's looking okay.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shout to my monkey that he should attack that robed guy again. And I myself am going to, where did that go? Cast Poison Spray on the other gentleman.
So Poison Spray, is that a save? Is that an attack roll? Or I gotta
There is a con 14 save.
Nope. Bronze die is betraying me tonight.
Uh-oh.
So in
Good.
that case, you take 8 damage. Acid damage, or poison damage, sorry, if that makes any difference.
You see that there's this like massive burn across part of the face and the upper chest area. They had a carnation right here on the lapel of their jacket. The carnation's completely burned away. Like, oh, but the dry cleaner not going to take this out. What the fuck? They seem very upset about the state of their suit. Yeah, Box Lunch is unhappy. What about Fishhead Phil over here? Something's happening with the monkey.
So he's definitely going to be attacked by the monkey. I've got to roll his damage once again and pull that up. Sorry, have to pull the monkey's thing back up. That is... Okay, does a 13 plus 4 hit?
Oh, it sure does. Give me some damage.
Okay. Then he is going to take another maul damage for... I only rolled a 1, but it gets plus 4, so 5!
What is the last thing Fishhead Phil sees?
He sees a monkey. That's all. That's all he sees.
As this monkey goes into some monkey madness, you watch as it just goes to town playing Donkey Konga bongo drums on what quickly goes from Fishhead Phil into a Fishhead Phil smoothie, as Fishhead Phil is no longer what you would call physical or corporeal.
I mean,
he is now in liquid state.
It sounds disgusting,
Well-
but probably has a lot of umami.
A lot of umami and a lot of protein.
What are you,
This is
mommy?
Taste by Monkey. That's what we're calling this. Taste by Monkey.
Bottle it and sell that shit.
You can find it at Lush.
Not a sponsor yet.
That was Claw's turn. So
Anything like Fusaka?
yeah, do you spice? Spice. So that was Claw, the druid's turn. I'm looking at how long it is till Box Lunch gets to go again. Woot, you're up, and you can get to Box Lunch.
Woot turns to Valeria. Pretty lady, I'm gonna go hit that guy with this. Are you okay? And rushes after Box Lunch before she even has a chance to answer to whack him with the axe.
Make an attack roll.
10.
10 will
I'm
actually
gonna
miss.
make these at advantage. I'm gonna have these are gonna be frenzied attacks.
Oh, so we're going reckless attack.
Reckless attacks. 17.
17 will hit, yeah. Frenzy, you can use your bonus action for that, and it gives you an additional attack on your turn. The 17 will hit.
That is 12 damage.
Box Lunch is looking very unhappy and sort of wishing he had considered a different line of work as you bury this great axe a good 2 inches into his clavicle. Oh no, that's not what I wanted, Dad. That's no good.
So you said I can bonus action attack?
If you want to activate your frenzy at the end of your rage, it will give you 1 level of exhaustion, but you can do that if you want to go into a frenzied rage. You are a berserker.
If you didn't like that, you're really not gonna like this.
Make an attack roll at advantage.
15.
Give me some damage, please.
11 damage.
What is the last thing Box Lunch sees?
Hot damn.
The axe, kerchunk, gets embedded in him. He picks the axe up with him still attached to it and then slams it on the ground.
So you watch as Woot takes this massive great axe and shunk, buries it right into the clavicle of Box Lunch. He had cut him across the left shoulder. The second one comes in across the right shoulder, and he's just trying to get his axe free, and it won't quite come out. And Woot, you're raging. You find yourself get frustrated, and you hoist this bastard up over your head, and bam, smash him down right in the center of the marble floor of this hallway. And the 2 pieces of his body just like a 7-10 split getting picked up. There is very, very little left of Box Lunch, but the 4 of you stand proud. The threat, as far as you know it, been taken care of. What would any of you like to do in this moment?
Well, looking around the end of the fight. Oh,
I was going to say, I'm going to reach down and pick up the glass of bourbon that I put down at the fight start and take a very large swig.
All right. So you see as Claw the Druid takes a large swig. Dr. Claw, what are you doing?
I'll look around and say to everyone, if you have any wounds that you'd like tended to, I'm more than capable of helping. I don't have magical healing, but I have a few salves in my pouch and whatnot.
Valeria and her shield have both blue screened. are just staring at Woot. There may be some drool. Just the shield has gone blue. It's just and then right. The lad, Wallace. I heard his voice. Do we know where he was?
We should
All right.
certainly find him.
So, Valeria, I want you to make a perception check. Woot, it has been 6 seconds have passed, so a full round of combat. So your rage has dropped. Give yourself 1 level of exhaustion. It's in the conditions menu. One level of exhaustion means any ability checks you make are all made at disadvantage. So not a huge deal, but you do have 1 point of exhaustion from using your frenzied rage. Ones beyond that are interesting. So what did you get there, Valeria?
16.
Thank you for telling me I was muted. It helps that we're in the same room. Love it. So from that 16, the sound you heard, it sounded like it may have been coming from the conservatory, where you know that Fairbanks is located.
The conservatory, lads, quickly! And I run to the conservatory.
Do you all follow?
Yep.
So entering
I
the
stumble
conservatory.
along behind her. I'm a little bit drunk at this point.
Yeah. And as we lag behind, I'm going to look to Claw and be like, and see all of Claw's wounds and just, are you sure you don't want me to patch that up?
Claw is going to slap himself, and in doing so, cast Cure Light Wounds on himself.
All right.
And say, "No, I think I'm good."
Okay, so
Fair enough.
1d8 plus wisdom. So entering the conservatory, you can see that Fairbanks has a blade drawn in one hand, a hand crossbow in the other, and is staring at the doorway with the young heir behind him. Oh, good. Glad to see you all survived. Is the threat, have they been taken care of? I saw the lad rushed in here suddenly as if concerned. Anyone who wants to can make a perception check. DC 15.
DC 15.
I make that with passive, so
Yeah, you're good there, Druid Claw.
Yep. That's a 21, so yeah.
What'd you get, Woot? For perception.
7.
So everyone but Woot notices that the blonde hair of the young heir you were told to defend, it looks slightly askew, and you can see what is unquestionably a dark brown hairline underneath it.
Young
hey,
lad.
what's wrong with you? And I'm going to reach out and grab the air.
Make a contested dexterity check against Fairbanks.
19 plus 1 for a natural or a non-natural 20.
So you reach out and pull this blonde wig off of their head, and as it comes off, you see this dark brown, very intricately braided hair come down. And as that pulls away, and you look, you realize in this moment, the heir was never a son; it was a daughter.
15.
What's all this? Why'd you hide your hair?
Well, the thing is, me mum, the township here, you see, one of the reasons they didn't like her is she's a woman who made a name for herself, and well, she was afraid because her only child was a daughter, you know. She thought that maybe I wouldn't see success when it came time to inherit everything she had built. Being a lady, you understand that maybe the people wouldn't accept me. So we helped create this persona, right? Everyone believed she had a son, and she and I, we thought maybe they'd take me more seriously, like when she wanted to step back. It wasn't meant to hurt nobody.
It was just because she done so much good, and we didn't want to lose what she did.
See, they're not going to take you unseriously because you're a woman. They're going to take you unseriously because you don't have any confidence in your voice. If you can work on that, then it won't matter what gender you are.
Very
Well,
true.
boy, you think you could teach me? Do you do lessons in that? I mean, if you look around at this house, I got money. I can pay for the lessons. It's what we
Trust me,
looking
kid.
at?
You have the best teacher you could possibly afford, and he's going to hand her the other glass of bourbon and say, "This stuff will give you all the courage you will ever need."
Although,
Hey, make a persuasion check, please.
So my natural -1 to charisma is going to come in here.
Yeah, but the DC's low.
Is it 10 enough?
10 was the DC, and I'm not even kidding. She just goes, "You what? Whatever I want to do, I can do it." She throws back this very large amount of bourbon. And for her teenage self, this is more alcohol than she's ever consumed, probably in a night. Because, those Bartles and James wine coolers don't really have a whole lot of alcohol in them. And she throws it back, and she smiles, and she's already a little stumbly. What would any of the rest of you like to do in this moment?
to the question of if all the threats have been neutralized, not quite. There are still 3 more in this room. And then I turn and I stab at Valeria.
Make an attack roll with advantage, because this is a surprise attack.
Yep. And so it's an auto crit.
Yes, it is.
And that is a 21 to hit.
Does that hit Valeria?
And Valeria, you will take 31 points of piercing damage.
You're muted.
I'm down. I'm
So you watch as Dr. Claw stabs Valeria in the side. Valeria falls unconscious from this. Woot or Druid Claw, what do you do in response?
Hey, calm down now. And I'm going to immediately cast Hold Person on our little claw friend here. So you get a 14 wisdom save.
14 wisdom save?
Yes.
That is a 17.
Okay, Woot, what do you do?
Kitty man, why you stab Dragon Lady?
I was told that she was one of the hitmen.
Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. He runs up and just grabs him in a giant bear hug.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with an attempt to grapple, Woot.
Wouldn't it be an athletics?
We'll see when we get there. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll a d20. Like this attack roll is an attempt to grapple. You'll get a chance to break out if you want to, but this is about to get interesting. 9, you fucking fail. And so right now, I need all 4 of you to roll for initiative.
Yep.
down. Do I have to roll for initiative given that I'm unconscious?
Sure do, because you're gonna have to make death saves.
Fuck all the ducks.
I rolled a natural 1 for my initiative, so my initiative's 2. This is great.
I rolled a natural 1, which makes it a -2.
13.
Let's see.
What'd you get there, Dr. Claw?
17. Plus 4 to initiative, baby.
Dr. Claw, you're up. What do you want to do?
I step to Woot. And I stab.
Make an
And since-
attack roll, but
Since
you don't
he
get
hasn't
no
gone
advantage
yet.
on this.
Yep, since he hasn't gone yet, it's still an advantage.
You do. You get advantage. He hasn't gone yet.
Does a 19 hit you? Oh no, you're frozen to me, Nate.
I will tell you, a 19 definitely hits him. I've seen his armor class. It's not a 19.
Okay. Then Woot, you're gonna take. This hurts me. This hurts me because of how much I love you. Let's
How
see.
much
That's
damage?
I'm still counting. 19 damage.
You take
All
19
right,
points of damage, and you can't have that because you are not raging right now.
Yep.
I can use Stone's Endurance, correct?
You absolutely may because that is your reaction. Oh,
Mhm.
fuck. I love the Lions.
I reduced that by 12.
Fuck.
So I take 7.
Yes, you do.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Woot, it's now your turn.
Kitty man, make bad mistake. I'm gonna rage again.
It sure was a bad mistake.
Reckless attack. 22.
That sure fucking hits.
Roll damage.
Yeah.
12 damage.
I am unconscious.
So as Dr. Claw falls unconscious from this, Claw the Druid, seeing Valeria unconscious from being stabbed by Dr. Claw, is there anything you would like to do in this moment against either any of these individuals? You have full autonomy. I'm curious to know what everyone wants to do.
Well, my first thought, I'm gonna take a drink. I feel like that's
You
required.
drink as a free
This is
action.
gonna- Thank you. I appreciate that. So just well, Monkey, go sit on him. And I'm gonna indicate that Monkey should go sit on top of Dr. Claw. And so
He sits on top of Dr. Claw.
you have a monkey on your. Oh, sorry. What was that? You got cut off at the end there.
I said the monkey sits on top of Dr. Claw. But Dr. Claw fell face down, so you could say he has a monkey on his back.
All right, so that was a fun one shot. We're gonna end early.
And with my other action, I'm going to go ahead and walk over to Valeria and cast Cure Wounds. I'm assuming I'm somewhat within range of her to do that. So,
Easily. We're doing theater of the mind. You're good.
then in that case, she gets 8 health back.
Thank
Hey, if we want to tie him up and, I don't know, maybe I'll heal him too. He was kind of annoying. I like my name. Only one claw.
you. When I come to, do I have any idea what the fuck happened?
You saw who fucking stabbed you. You have no question about this.
The last thing you heard was me say there are still 3 threats in the room.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? Valeria, make an insight check.
Uh, 17.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you got. Your mic didn't.
17.
17. You understand that when he referred to 3 more threats in the room, that he unquestionably was talking about you, Druid Claw, and Woot.
I am going to get up off of the ground. I look. My shield has the fucking furious like face, and I would say, "Move, monkey!" And I am going to attack his downed form.
Make an attack roll with advantage. If this hits, it's an auto crit.
Yep.
The monkey does listen to verbal commands given by the party.
That is a
A what?
22 to hit.
Sure does.
So this is a crit. So all damage dice are doubled.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just two failed death saves, yeah?
Potentially, depends on what she does.
It's a dirty
Oh,
20.
Fair.
Not a dirty 20. It's 20.
20 points of damage. Do you have more than 20 hit points total?
I do.
Okay, so you take 2 failed death saves.
Yeah.
Say, now you can tie him.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do before Dr. Claw is tied up?
Should I take another death save just because of time, or
Just take a death save and see what happens.
okay?
Claw's going to turn to the other two and say, "You're not going to attack me too, are you?"
Dr. Claw dies.
Good.
You watch as Valeria stabs her longsword into his chest, and just the sheer intensity of this damage, his body shakes, and all of a sudden, there is no movement. There is nothing else about him. He is dead. But
I get his stuff. I saw it first.
you all did help the heir survive until the next day, Dr. Claw being dead. So, for those who are curious, if folks would like to know what everyone's secrets were, I will tell. Dr. Claw had the secret that the heir had to survive, but all of the other party members had to die. Valeria had the secret that she had to romance another party member, which she succeeded on, as Woot agreed to a coffee date. So she has met her victory conditions. Woot.
I did have one thing. I did have one thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah, do it now.
Permitting. I think I forgot something.
This is audio lagging out.
You got super
everybody.
laggy. Oh no.
Okay.
You'll have to restart that sentence once you come back.
You'll have to restart that sentence in a sec.
Right back.
We're gonna hit hold on you. I do need.
I want to go in and cram as many.
This is
Oh,
fun in
adorable.
pieces.
We'll get back to him in a sec.
Okay.
We'll get back to him in a sec because he got all laggy. Woot the Druid. I need you to make Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you get. And I'm sorry. Claw the Druid. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. We'll see if you met your win condition.
12.
12. You've consumed so much bourbon that you realize you are now drunk. His secret was that he was a boozer, and he had to try and get drunk throughout this. And through all the fistfuls of bourbon he was throwing down his throat, he was successful. I see.
Cool.
Nathan
So
down
I got
there
the
still...
difficult secret. Cool.
I mean, it didn't help that you and all your allies were really efficient in killing all these things. Woot, what was it you were going to say you were going to try and do? Because you got all laggy and froze.
And then he lags again.
Maybe type it.
I think he was going to say he was going to go try and steal some more stuff. Woot, will you do me a favor? Will you give me a stealth check? Roll it, and since you're laggy, go ahead and either text it to me or send it to me in Facebook chat or send it in the Zoom chat. Just give a stealth check, and we'll see what happens for stealing more shit. Because his win condition was he had to try and steal stuff, but I just need a stealth check.
Or he's a,
Now we play the waiting
It
game.
is a dirty 20. So, Woot, in the celebration of the heir being saved, as you realize that the matriarch actually had a daughter who was needing to step into this position with that dirty 20, as you were all celebrating the death of Dr. Claw, who was in fact working with the boss who hired these same assassins. But why were they pitted against each other? No one ever discovered. But whatever it was, Dr. Claw is dead. Woot snuck off, and Woot, I need you to roll me one more d20 and add your wisdom modifier to it.
Oh.
And don't forget, you still have your inspiration.
No, I used my inspiration.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of reckless attack. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah. That's okay. Where are you? 12.
Okay. So you don't find any of the magic items that the matriarch possessed. However, you are able to steal 5 small marble statues, 3 art objects made of jade, and a grand total of 10 gems. So you are able to steal enough stuff while everyone's celebrating. Thus, you met your win condition. Well done, Woot. So here you are. The heir has survived until morning. Whoever this was that called out this hit on the heir of the matriarch will forever be known as one who cannot deliver on their threats and has been dealt a crushing blow to their overall notoriety. The 3 of you that survive are looked at as heroes in this town, and the one who didn't was a vile betrayer who tried his best but could not get it done. Thus ends the adventure of the contract. The 3 of you who survive each gain 334 gold pieces, as it's hard to divide 1,000 gold pieces 3 ways. So the matriarch's nice and will kick in an extra 2 gold to make it divide 3 ways evenly. And for you, Woot, you are given a very lovely magical item. You are now in possession of a belt of dwarven kind. So throw that on your character sheet if Woot ever gets to ride again. Who the fuck knows? But you have one now. Thus concludes this adventure known as the Contract. These are not the only secrets that people can get. There are many more. There are so many other assassins that are possible. What makes this adventure great is you have differentiations of character secrets, who the killers are, what the overall plot twist is. In this case, the fact it was a daughter instead of a son was the plot twist. And this adventure is a delight. Again, I say, go into the GM's Guild. It's called The Contract. It's a wonderful adventure for a bunch of level 4 players, a party of between 3 and 5 players. I recommend it. This was a blast. And thank you all for playing. Anyone who watched, thank you all for watching.
Yep. So that wraps everything up in a nice little bow. I love that I got the hard one. That's freaking great. Thank you all for watching. As many of you have been drawn to this one shot from our regular stream, it's off of Dice Jailers. We also have our YouTube channel. This entire one shot will be up on our YouTube channel noon on Wednesday. That's just in case I need to go into the video and make a couple edits before we put it properly out. And our usual show, as always, is Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We try to let you know very early, very in advance, if we have to take a break for some reason for a week or two. But thank you so much. Do remember, because we are trying to get money from Twitch Daddy, please come into our Twitch channel when we are live and just say random nonsense.
Yeah,
we sometimes respond.
Whatever comes to your mind.
Like, I've been in the chat today just a little bit, and I'm going to try to do that more often as we go ahead, because I want money from Twitch Daddy.
Heck yeah. And honestly, if if you're watching any of our stuff, if you go, you know what, we think these gents are the bee's knees, and I would love to play a D&D game with them. Honestly, please message us. We would love to have anybody who's a viewer join in for a one shot.
Yep.
There are so many one shots that Jordan and I would both love to run, and I had never met Saint before tonight, and I can say what a delight as a player. The last one shot we did, where you saw us do the wild sheep chase, I had never met Ethan or Andrew Shanks before that night, and we had a wonderful time. So I as a DM am looking forward to meeting more people, and I know Jordan feels the same way. We're both very experienced DMs who love to see new people come to our tables. Oh no, I saw Saint empty his beverage. I'm wondering, did his character lose at his win condition? Are you feeling inebriated enough there?
No.
Fine enough.
And in that moment, he lost his win condition. You're going to have to go find a bottle of brown liquor and just slap a baby bottle nipple on there and just suckle away.
Well, I'll throw on a mask, hop a bus, and head up to you, bud. But again, thank you all for watching. We're trying to do one shot a month for the foreseeable future until we get into potentially doing a full campaign on this channel, which would be wild and crazy.
We're hoping to have a live stream campaign starting either this fall or winter to go for however long it needs to go. But if and when that happens, it'll be very cool. It'll be very exciting, and this is sort of our testing ground for learning how the fuck to do all that.
So anyway, thank you again. Please watch our episodes as they come out live. Watch them on YouTube. Like, comment, freaking subscribe so we can get internet money.
Please do that.
I would like to spend money on... Oh, we lost Nate. Oh god, which means all of our boxes moved, which means we look weird. I'm Jamie now.
Yep, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I'm Jamie, Saint. You're now Nathan. Jamie, you're now Saint. And Bjorn, our shoulders are me. I mean, you're still in your regular box, Bjorn. But, I mean, you'll
How
have
much
to.
Saint am I?
You, like, 3/4.
Is what it is.
But since we've shifted around, Bjorn, what do we always say?
Please do something nice for yourself this weekend.